Hello guys, so today we've got an interesting one. I'm going to connect to the Akashic Records and I'm going to connect to Mother Gaia. I've got a set lot of questions that we can start with, and if anything comes up along the way we can improvise and get some more clarity. But yeah, so this should be quite an interesting one. So firstly I'm going to connect to the records. So I'm in the library and I'll explain to you what I can see in this first Akashic reading video. So the library to me is like a huge corridor, very wide. It goes on for infinity in front of me and behind me. So it just goes on and on and on. And either side there's rows of bookcases up like a small, maybe 6 steps, so they're a little bit higher than where I'm sitting. I'm sitting in the middle of the library at a table, at a desk. The guardians of the library appear to me in very tall, I'd say 10 to 12 foot higher. They're pure white. They're very white. Their skin's white. Their robes are white. They appear with no faces, and there's loads of little orbs, probably about that size, scattered everywhere. And I'm assuming that there are other readers that are in the library. The guardians they don't really sort of emit a feeling to me. They're quite neutral. They're just sort of hovering along, reading books, very slowly, very calmly, and just kind of ignoring me, just doing their own thing. So in front of me on the table, there's like a really large ancient book, stereotypical, but it's like brown leather bound, metal edgings, and it's got patterns all over it. And there's like a name, there's like a place to put somebody's name, which I just sort of reach out in front of me and I'll write that name in. But so today I'm just gonna write in Gaia, and then I've got a set amount of questions. Well, I've got set questions that are gonna start us off, and then we're just gonna improvise as we go along. So the first question that I've got written down is, Gaia, how do you see humanity right now? Do you view us as a virus or as your children? And then what I do is I clear my mind, I open the book, and then just wait for the energy to come to me. And I must say as well, I always say, if she doesn't want to connect, then please don't show me anything. It's got to be of her own free will. So I'm seeing like inside a volcano, like from the top, looking down from the top. I can see the opening, or actually I can't see the opening. I can see like really sort of close into it, and all I can see is like lava just spewing around. Maybe she sees us as a energy awaiting to erupt. Can you shed any more light on this, please? So I'm feeling a sensation Like someone's stroking my arm, and then it went all tingly. Almost like when somebody needs comforting, they put their arm out on your shoulder and sort of run down your upper arm. It's a very gentle, sort of nurturing feel. Can you add any more clarification? There's nothing yet, but I think what I'm feeling is that we're like this energy that is just waiting to erupt, but she's comforting us. It's not fully sort of come in yet, but she's wanting us to know that we're not a virus. She loves us very much. We're a very calm energy, but we have got so much potential to erupt, so much potential for destruction, and it's unnecessary. She's saying she sits with us daily, like when we're in our calm mood, she sits with us. It's really soothing. She enjoys that. I think the energy shut off for that question, so I'm going to move to the next question. So the next question I have is, what is the specific frequency or emotion you are trying to broadcast to us right now that we're missing? I just heard, obviously it's love. Oh my God, she's actually got a sense of humour. Oh my God. I just heard this really sarcastic voice in my head. Freaking hell. I wasn't expecting that. I think this is what she wants. She wants us to laugh more. Freaking, I'm feeling the energy. She just wants laughter. She wants us to laugh more. And just take the edge off of all the seriousness. I can't stop laughing. Freaking hell. I think that was loud and clear. She's got so much love for us, and she just wants us to love each other. She's not even saying love herself. It's not about her. She just wants us to love each other and just to laugh more, basically. Oh man, that was such a strong energy. It was unreal. That was brilliant. Feeling a draft coming from my left side now. I'm not feeling that's related, so I'm going to move on. So the next question I have for you is, how can we better distinguish between our own anxiety and the collective shifts we are feeling from you? And this is really important because there's so much anxiety in the air that it's just rubbing off on all of us at the moment. Tuesday night, I went for like a meditation, and before the meditation, like the anxiety was just absolutely, it was extreme. Like I feel like the collective anxiety, and it's obviously because of Christmas. Like we've got Christmas coming up. There's a lot of worry and a lot of like trying to get everything done so everything's perfect. So how can we distinguish? And I felt it as well. I was shopping the other day, and there was just so many people who were just running around anxious, and in a hurry, and I had to leave the shop. I just had this overwhelming anxiety that wasn't mine, which is what's brought this question on. So, how can we distinguish between our own anxiety and the collective's anxiety so that we can separate it and block it so that we don't take it on for ourselves? She's saying simply calm your mind so there's no thoughts coming in, and just ask, does this belong to me? And you should get a knowing. You should know whether it's your own energy or whether it's the collective unconscious's energy. And then you have to state, my energy is my own energy. I block any anxiety from coming in and merging with my own energy. Getting tingles here. My whole hand's going tingly. There's a lot of energy. So what is this? What are you trying to tell me with this energy on my hand, the tingling? She's saying she's taking her hand, she's trying to comfort everyone. She's trying to smooth out the energy. In fact, close your eyes for 10 seconds, between 10 and 30 seconds, and see if you can feel, well, it's going all up my leg now. See if you can feel her embracing you, like emitting love and compassion. Just close your eyes, don't think of anything, just like she said before, keep your mind neutral so you've got no thoughts coming in like a meditative state, and see if you can feel anything. She's transmitting it to us all. I'll let you sit with that for a minute. Wow, that was actually powerful. Got a tear running down my eye and everything. Let me know if you felt anything from that. That was really powerful from me, from my side. I'm going to move on. So I've written, you have survived ice ages and meteors, a lot of pain and damage. Can you show me an image of your resilience? My left ear has gone almost like it's deaf. She's saying she's had to use more masculine energy rather than her nurturing side, her feminine energy. She's had to use more proactive energy to be able to transmute the pain of what's going on. You see, like, yeah, uh, she's. Oh, sorry, give me a minute. This isn't mine. This is the message. Um, So she's saying like humans can cry, and this is how we process our emotions, our energy. And that's why if we don't cry, it just builds up inside us and creates a lot of anger, and resentment and just all the bad feelings. She's saying that this is why there's a lot of like volcano eruptions. Sorry, 2 secs. She's saying this is why there's a lot of like energy release. There's a lot of volcano eruptions. There's a lot of like earthquakes, and this is how she processes the emotion. So I'm going to move on from that one. So instead of feeling guilty for the damage, what is the most potent action that we can do today to help you heal? I'm shaking my head like, and I know there's. She's saying more love and kindness, compassion. So she's saying no to um, direct help in her. She's saying we need to help ourselves simply by being nice to each other, trying to understand each other more. We have to learn compassion. We have to learn to be compassionate with each other before we can ever learn to be compassionate with her, compassionate with ourselves. And she wants to leave it there for that question. Well, it's such good advice. Like, how can we be compassionate for other people and even the planet if we're not even compassionate for ourselves? How many of you out there can actually put your hands up and say, I have pure compassion for myself? And that's the root of why we're being horrible to other people. Because you don't love yourselves, you've got no self-love, you've got no self-respect. So until we can learn how to love and respect ourselves with compassion, we can't put that onto other people, let alone the planet. So she's saying as a race, we need to find more love and compassion, and the only way we can do that is by doing it, is by feeling it ourselves. Wow, I'm getting tingles, insane tingles on my forehead now. She's saying, yeah, it's just clear you've got to start with yourself. So, moving on. All right, this is a really nice one actually. Moving on from that energy that I felt. Hopefully, this liven me up again. So, show me the blueprint of a restored Earth. Let me see the forests and the oceans as they exist in the highest timeline before humanity, basically. I'm going to ask, what is the lesson humanity is currently learning as a collective species? She's saying everyone just seems to be suffering at the moment. All right, I'm going to ask another question because it's gone blank. So, what can we do to transmute this suffering? She's saying it goes back to the compassion. She's saying our words are energy. They hold more power than people realise. So, if you're not using your words wisely, articulately, eloquently, then the chances are that you're causing suffering to people, and that energy lingers. So even the slightest negative comment to someone can have a really impactful weight on their energy. And over time, this energy accumulates, which is causing more and more suffering. So she's saying it starts at the root of our voice. We need to realize humanity needs to realize the impact of our words. It doesn't just impact one person, it impacts the whole, everybody that person knows. It's got a wider impact, because if that person's in a negative state of mind, he's going to bring that energy around the group of people that he surrounds himself with. And in turn, it has a huge knock-on effect, because each one of those people, they're going to go, they're going to communicate with other people, and they're going to be feeling that heavy energy. And we need to stop this. Yeah, I'm just hearing, be kind with your words. And that's it. But you know, I think that's such a beautiful thing. Be kind with your words. That can just, we can just build so much positive energy. If everyone was kind with their words to each other, if everybody had compassion for themselves, we can feel compassionate for other people. We can, if somebody is being in a negative frame of mind, we can start thinking, I wonder what's making him be that way. What's he going through to actually make him be unkind? So just because somebody else is being unkind doesn't mean to say that you can be unkind yourself. Because then where does it end? The knock-on effect is just huge. And this is what she's saying, is that this has just had a knock-on effect, and it just keeps coming in, keeps going out. It's just literally rippling out constantly. And this is just with like small horrible things that we say. Can you imagine the big horrible things that we say, the impact that it's having on the whole planet? But I think that's beautiful anyway. Beautiful. I've had more questions, but I think on that note, I don't want to lower the energy again. I think it's a beautiful energy to go out on. Just be kind, be compassionate to yourself, be kind to other people, and that's all we have to say. I think that's a beautiful way to end. But if you guys do want to book a reading, like a one-to-one reading, I am doing them via Zoom. If you'd rather not have the Zoom call, I can record it like I've done here, and I can send you a link to the recording. You can just send me the questions, and I can enter your personal Akashic record, and have a look at the link anyway. I've got a few sort of sample questions that you can ask. You can ask a lot about your past lives and like how to transmute the energy from that. But it's a new service, so I am sort of building it up over time. So at the moment it's half price. So if you are interested in getting any insight from past lives or anything like that, or even, you know, what your highest timeline could look like for you to try and sort of emulate that and jump onto your highest timeline. It's all healing, and I'm here to help. So yeah, if you're interested, links in the description, possibly the pinned comment. And thank you for giving me your time and energy today. It means a lot to me. So on that note, peace.